Start. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, Language Guru. Friends, today we are going to discuss about one of the most important topic in English language, that is communication. We all know that without communication we cannot live in society, and to exchange our feelings to each others, communication is necessary. And communications receives us to on the peak of success. Suppose you want to achieve any success in any field. Suppose you are a businessman, you are a serviceman, you are a teacher, you are any kind of a professional, you are a trainer, and if you wanted to be success in that field, communication is one of the most important thing in your life. One more thing I would like to tell you, that what communication can do. Communication make you the highest money getting person in the world. Communication receives you on the peak of success. So communication is necessary, but everybody wanted to make it our own communication better. And today I am going to tell you that some aspects which are helpful to make your communication better. So friends, let's begin with communication. Communication begins before uttering a single word from your mouth, and it is most important. How? Somebody says me, how it's possible? I am not uttering a single word from my mouth and communication begins. Yes, it's the truth. When we meet to somebody, first we give a pleasant smile to others, and it is the beginning of communication. When we give the pleasant smile to others, and it's the beginning. Why or how we can see it's communication? In place of a pleasant smile, another person also gives us a pleasant smile. It is a exchange of our feelings, exchange of our emotions to each other, and it is the first step of communication. Later on, we wanted to make the verbal communication with others. There are two kinds of communications: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Okay, in verbal communication, words has a great importance. In non-verbal communications, body language has a great importance. So today we are going to learn both types of aspects: verbal communication as well as non-verbal communication. So before going to start, we can see most important part in communication, or the most important aspect in a communication, and that one is the presence of mind. What is that presence of mind? Everybody always we are saying, I have a great presence of mind, the person has a great presence of mind. But what is that presence of mind, or how I define the presence of mind? How? The listening capacity of a person, appreciation of the other person, appreciating to others, it is a presence of mind. Everybody wanted to become a good speaker, a better speaker, but the person do not have the presence of mind. One example I would like to give you that. One day what happened, I went in a shop, and I have brought some things from the shopkeeper. I brought some things from the shopkeeper. I brought that thing. I came at home. I observed that things, and I found there one notification: buy one and get one free. Buy one and get one free. And suddenly I went back to the shopkeeper and said, "Take this your product. I am not happy with your product." That time, what I want to say, why I am not happy with that product? Because already I choose that product, but I am not happy. But I wanted to say something more about that. The shopkeeper react against me, and in a loud voice said, "It's the best product. It is the largest selling product in India, and how you can say you are not happy with it?" First, I tell him, listen me complete, or let me complete first. Listen carefully what I want to say. And later on I say, I am not happy with that product because there is one notification, buy one and get one free. Still you didn't give me another piece of that product. It is a good product, world class product, I know. but I am not happy. Why? Because actually I am not happy with your service. I want to say, and later on the shopkeeper give me that. And in the sense, I would like to tell that the person do not have the presence of mind. Presence of mind works. There are two things or two words are there: hear and listen. Hear and listen. The difference between listening and hearing is the presence of mind. Difference between listening and hearing, it is a presence of mind. Sometimes what happens, just we are hearing, not listening. Hearing means overview. We take the overview. Just I say, sir, we are going to do that things, we are going to do these things. You said, okay, okay, fine, fine. It's a hearing. But when I say, sir, we are going to do that things, that time you replied me, how you are going to do that things? What are the particular things or what things we are necessary for that? It's a listening, means you are appreciating me. It's a listening, and that things is a presence of mind. Means give the equal weightage to person. Give some space to complete his words or to complete his speech. So it's the presence of mind. It's the first point, and it makes you rich, or it's make you a better speaker. Second aspect, so we are going to do that eye contact. Another one things, because we always say that eyes never tells a lie. And we wanted, or we can say, I can read all that things in your eyes. Why we can say? Because eyes is the one medium through that we can understand to the other person. Sometimes our tongue is speaking different thing and eyes are speaking different things. And we always believe on our eyes. And that is why eye contact is necessary while speaking to others, while communicating with the other people. Our eye contact must be there. And meaning of that eye contact is not that we are staring toward him arrogantly. I am watching towards somebody. It's not eye contact. Your in a contact or your eye contact must be humble. It must be polite, and the person or which with whom you are going to communicate, that person must appreciate your speech, appreciate your reviews about him. It's the eye contact, and we can decide through that eye contact someone is telling a lie or true. Means we can find out truth. Suppose somebody committed mistakes, he unable to make eye contact with you or with his master. And suppose I done a good job, definitely I make eye contact and tells more and more about my success. It's the eye contact, and eye contacts also make your speech better. Third aspect, that was the body language. One of the most important, and body language is a non-verbal communication. And without a single word, our body tells more to the others. We always say that while listening, we are listening cricket commentary many times. Suppose one team is a losing match, and that time commentator said, the Indian cricket team down their shoulders. Means what? Means body language tells us more things. And it is a one kind of a non-verbal communications. And somebody says that if you wanted to make your communication better, that time word works only 5%. Word works only 5%. Then tone and intonations. Tone and intonations works for a 38%, and a 55 work in a better communication will be done by body language. 55% work is done by body language. Means while using body language, what things you have to do in body language, using body language, one more thing. Your body language or your position must be fiery. Your position or your power position must be fiery. How we can say, why use that word fiery? Because only one thing, it is a fire which works against the gravity. Only the fire which works against the gravity, and that time you are always be against the gravity, and it shows your inspirationality. It shows your curiosity against any subject. It shows your spirit, all that things. And you must be in a power position. What is the power position? You don't. Suppose somebody says that everything is dependent on clothes. I am agree that a verbal communication is important. A verbal appearance or outer appearance is important. It doesn't matter. But it's the most important is that your hand, eye, and legs. It's the coordination between all that things. Sometimes what happens, our body language, I'm speaking with you and my attention is towards that photo. What is mean by that communication? Or this communication is considered as a meaningless communication. You wanted to communicate, you must be a total 100% involvement in that communication. And it's worth body language. While meeting to others, suppose while shaking to others, what kind of, just we say, hello, it's not a proper way to shake hand. What I say, you always works against the gravity. While giving second, your hand should be upper side, always. And just your shoulders, you should not down your shoulders while speaking others. It shows your defeat. Means you are not in a proper position. It shows that. Means for that, you work on a body language. And if you make your body language proper, definitely you will be the better speaker. Another one, that avoid distraction. It is one part. Suppose I want to make a better communication with you. 50% work, 50% response I also want from you also. Avoid distractions means, suppose when I am going to start my communication, that time is my first duty to avoid my mobile. Or keep away. It may be on silent mode, it may be on switch off. You should not, or you want to be put your mobile on a ringer. Okay, you have to keep it out. And suppose you are involving in communication and somebody is using mobile, that time don't angry on that person, or just tell him that, sir, I know your phone is very important, but just complete your phone, afterwards we will discuss, and politely say, sir, keep away your mobile. And your means avoid distraction. What happens, suppose I am on an important point, I am discussing very important point, and he got his phone, and just he wasted 3 or 5 minutes in that. I disconnected with that subject, and later on I took many more times, or sometimes I am unable to come on that point. So every time we think that, or we should avoid the distractions. Later on what happened? Proper response. Proper response means in our school days we can say reinforcement, rewards. When we are communicating with others, or suppose somebody is communicating with me, that time your nodding must be there. Sometimes what happens, I am confused. Okay, but don't show this confusion on your face. Just you give the good responses to them. Always in between you have to nod your head, give some smile. Sometimes you show thumb. Yes, you are going on a right way. You are on the right way. Tell them all that things, and it's a good responses. And when we are giving good responses to each other, suppose I am giving to you a good response for your communication, definitely I accept back that things in a double from you. And it is the rule of that of proper responses. And you always say that as like a respect, take respect, give respect. It is a give response, take response. Okay, so proper response is a most important, and these proper responses change you into negative situations to positive situations. It's the most important. That is why proper responses is necessary in a better communications. And last one, never take it personally. What happens sometimes, as like TV interviews, as like other places, open interviews, somebody asks some critical questions, and that time you feel it's my personal questions, and we react personally against it. So never take or never take it personally. Always take it frankly. Suppose I came from the lecture. I have the lecture and just I committed or I'm late for 30 minutes for this seminar, and that time somebody asks, yes, you become a good lecturer, you are a better lecturer, you are a better trainer, and that is why you came late. You wanted to show your position, you wanted to show your respect. Why? That time you must be or you must not be angry on that person. Just politely say that I'm really sorry I got late, but can you understand why, or can you give me some time why I am getting late? Say politely. Somehow the response of that person, somehow the person, the attitude to towards you will be changed by your communication. Or the person, suppose I'm getting 30 minutes late, and in that 30 minutes 100% negative energy will be created among that mob, and these 100% negative, and suppose you said, ah yes, what happens, I 30 minutes late, so what? And when you respond like this, when you react like this, 100% energy convert into 1000%. But suppose you said or apologize to others, sorry sir, definitely I got late, but have some such a type of problem, that is why I got late. Definitely all people will say, wow, very polite person is this, right? Really a good man. Means these changes, these communication or these words, and that is why entirely I would like to say that word is a powerful weapon, as well as body language is its cover. Okay, thank you.